Alright guys, I did clean out the gas tank because it was kind of rusty inside and I didn't like that. Now we just have a little bit of surface rust, but just a little bit. It's not scaly or anything, nothing's coming loose. So this tank is clean. I did remove the fuel. This is a vacuum operated valve. So that is going to, I blew air back through the line. So I blew air through here, pushed out some junk, it came up here, and that's clean. So I can reinstall that. It just spins on the bottom. And then all I gotta do is take the vacuum line, put it back on the, let's see, where did that go? Right there on the intake. So that's when the engine is running, it opens up this valve and you have gas flow. So we do have a new fuel filter. And all I got to do now is hook this line back up to that once it's all back on. Hook that line back up to the intake. And we should be good. Running some fresh fuel through here. She should run and be happy and be good to go down the road. I'll have to put it all back together. But fresh battery. Adjusted valves. Cleaned carburetor. And check the air filter. That's fine. It's not in there right now. It's over here with a bunch of parts. So, yep. I'll get this thing put back together and hopefully we are down the road, guys. If you want to know how to clean out the gas tank, I have another video on that. Just look up on my channel. Cleaning out a fuel tank. I used vinegar. White vinegar this time. And let that sit for a couple days, then wash it all out. I did use water to rinse it out, and then I used a heat gun to dry out the inside of the tank. So at that point, you put gas in it, and you go down the road. Guys, Baja Scooter here. I cleaned out the gas tank as I showed you before, and obviously we got her running here. I could not get her to start on my auxiliary fuel tank. Now, this is something just to note because it blew me away. So, as you may or may not know, the gasoline needs to vent. If I have this valve shut off, the gas cannot flow into the float bowl and into the carburetor because there's no vent. In the gas tank, you have a vent here in your cap. If that's clogged, gas cannot get from your tank into there because as your fuel flows down, air needs to replace it. Well, I could not get this thing to start, so I did use starting fluid, got it to run, and that's when I realized gas was just sitting in here and was not flowing through my valve, so there was no vent to let the gas flow down. So I started tapping this. I don't know if there's air bubbles stuck in here or what, but once I finally got the gas to fill the line and tap this, there was air coming up through the line from here. So you could tell there must have been air stuck in my valve. So this wouldn't run because the gas could not flow. So that was just an interesting thing that I thought I'd tell you. That could be a problem anytime and you're wondering why you can't get it to run. That could easily be why, because this needs to make its way through. So now we got the scooter running, and it was dying on me. Oh. It was dying on me before. Now we're running. I do have to close this up. I think we're getting too much air. But I think I now figured out what my issues were. I can put it all back together. Maybe. Anyway, that's where we're at. Got it running. Let's see if I can start it back up again. Okay, that's good. She does not like being choked out with the air. I might still have fuel flow problems, so Be a good time to actually hook the gas tank up now that it's clean. Get the system flowing as designed. And maybe I'll be good. I don't know, it seems to be some bugs to work out yet. But at least she's running. Hopefully I figure out the bugs as I get things hooked up. So anyway, just wanted to show you that. Gas was not flowing because there was air stuck in my valve. And if you have this valve closed, obviously fuel can't flow because there's no vent. Because it has to flow up through here to let the air up so that you can get gas out of there. So anyway, quick tip today on even when you hook up an auxiliary fuel tank, if fuel's not able to flow through it, you're not going to get it running. So keep that in mind. Guys, I got an update on Mr. Scooter here. Baja SC50. You know, I'm just trying to get her to run. Now she's perking up a little bit. I feel like the battery's too weak, but you know what? The only battery that fits in there is a 4. I got a new one, and it just seems too weak. Now she's perking up. Maybe the charging system's taking over. I'm gonna have to check the charging system. Maybe something wasn't right. Now she's starting to do a little better. So anyway, I got a new filter on here. I thought maybe it was too big. Maybe gas wasn't flowing. Now she's doing better. And I realized I kept the rear brake tied up for all that time so I could just keep starting it and not have to pull it. And then anytime I tried to rev it, the rear brake was on and it was stressing the engine. Now it seems okay. So if it's gonna run off of the tank, I have gas in there, maybe I can go ahead and put this back together. So the scooter's running. I still have my battery dump pack on it. Hopefully the battery can get charged by its own power. Maybe that's all it needs. It seems solid enough that I can start putting everything back together. At least the back panel, so I don't have to take the gas tank out again. Oh, it's just been a frustrating project. Now I know a little bit more about the scooters. Hopefully I don't have to work on another one, but it seems simple enough, but just everything seems to be going wrong with it. So anyway, let's see. I don't have enough power to honk the horn. The horn won't honk. I don't know why that's... Maybe the horn's shot. You can see it drawing power. The horn just doesn't want to blow. Remember, we had one in the beginning, now we don't. Gotta put the front all back together. Maybe, I don't know what's going on there. Turn still works. High beam still works. Just no horn. Guess I'll have to check that before I get it. Did I put the screws in? I don't think I did. I'll have to pull that apart, make sure the horn works. I killed it. Guys, I killed it. Nah. I'm gonna sneak up on the scooter, make sure it doesn't hear me coming. Hopefully I'm not burning my taillight. Okay. So, I think it's running good. Yeah, I'm gonna put it back together. I think why it was dying on me was because I didn't have the airbox cover on. It makes a little bit of sense. If I was opening the throttle, letting more gas through, I was getting too much air through. I don't know. Anyway, now it seems fine. Again, I need to check on the horn. I think that's the horn issue. That's not a power issue now. Battery seems fine. I think we're good. gonna put it all back together. I gotta find all the screws and side covers and panels and mounts and all that stuff. But I think it's okay. I think we're good. We're gonna put it back together and hope for the best. One thing I'm noticing on the Chinese scooter, watch this. I'm gonna turn off the key. That should kill the engine, right? Well, you have to turn off the engine with the kill switch for the engine. I'm pretty sure the key should kill all the power, but it doesn't. So, yeah.